welcome back for project number 6. We've done our little elf. If you're not sure what I'm doing, there's 12 videos today, all using a craft kit from the works and seeing what they're like. Our last one was this one, our first one was this one, and we've done the elf, and we're having great fun. So project number 6 then is going to be these stockings. Make your own mini felt stockings. These are £1.50 and you get a 4-pack. So let's see what we have to do with these. Ooh, we've got wool, we've got felt strips, we've got felt cutouts. It says 0 to 3, not suitable for 0 to 3s, so over 3s again, choke hazards. It does reiterate there, and it reiterates it on the pack. Adult assistance and supervision recommended. Read instructions carefully. And there's your contents: felt stockings, felt pieces, sequins. Oh, I never saw any sequins. When I was doing the haul, there was a little pack of stuff and I wasn't sure where it came from. So that's it. So what we do is, so in here we've got our gold thread, another needle, sequins and the little pom-poms. So what we do, there is some glitter glue as well. Oh yeah, that was part of this one as well, so it must have just come undone in the box. There's the glitter glue. So what we do for this one is we get, I'm assuming we get 2 pieces, so we get 8 pieces in total of the stockings. So you've got 4 kids, you can keep happy with this. With the edge to be sewn towards you, so thread the white yarn through the plastic needle. Let me just check that we're doing the right thing. And tie a knot at the end of the yarn. Hold 2 red felt stocking pieces together and align the holes in each piece together. Start threading the string through the first hole of the 2 felt pieces using the blanket stitch according to instructions before. Keep threading the yarn through the holes, making your way around the stocking until you're at the other end. You might want to have a little hole punch to hand because these don't appear to have holes punched in them. Let me just look for one that has actually got holes in it, because that might help. Just going to use my needle. I'm just going to go around and punch the holes through. You might want to have a little hole punch to hand, just, or a bradawl, whatever you call it. Is it a bradawl? Something to make holes with, because otherwise you could have very frustrated children. So you want to pull this through the first one with the knot tied in the end. You pull your other bits out of the way. Secure the cone, push the needle down the next hole along. Yeah, so you just push it through like so, but you pull it through. This is how I'm sewing it anyway. Right, so that's it. So when we get to the end of that, continue to the end and then tie it off. So then what we do is stick the rectangular white felt piece on the stocking using the double-sided tape. So I'm assuming that this goes round the top here. So rather than have your join at the front, I'd have it at the back, like so. And do that using the tape. I wouldn't put it all the way round. What I'd do is I'd use the tape. That's 2 pieces of tape. I'd put a piece of the tape on the end there, and then I'd put a little bit across the front, because you've got to use it for other things, you see. So I'd peel it off there and peel it off there, and then what I'd do is I would hold it to the edge there, just a little bit higher up than the edge, stick that down, get rid of those little bits and bobs that have popped out, try and keep it straight, and then I just fold it around and let that just fasten on like that. Okay, so that's attached. Stick the rectangle, using the picture on the packaging guide, stick on the felt holly features and pom-poms using double-sided tape. The felt holly, so you need 2 holly leaves for each stocking, and the pom-poms. So I'd use the double tape, I'd stick it like so and like so, because you've got like a pointed perfect leaf end and you've got a piece that isn't quite perfect. So I take that off. And I just pop one of the leaves going down like so, and one of the leaves going across. The other thing is with your kids, when you're doing these sort of things with your kids, don't, even though you want them to follow the sort of the plan and you want them to work out right, do let your kids have a little bit of creative license. So don't go crazy if they decide to stick the holly down here because that's where they want it. I think sometimes we get too particular, and we can numb creativity by doing that. I think if we say that, you know, you've got to put your holly here, I think there's a fine line between teaching them to follow instructions and teaching them to have no imagination of their own. And I think it's about getting that right, isn't it? It's about letting them be creative and expressive, especially if it doesn't matter. So if it was something that really mattered and had to look perfect, then clearly you want them to make it perfect. But if it's something that doesn't really matter like this, then it doesn't really matter. Tie the gold thread in the first hole of the felt stocking for hanging up. So that's what this is for. This is crazy that it's told you to do this after the event. Or were you only supposed to put the white strip on one side? I don't know. I was enjoying this one until then. So I'm going to try to get mine through. That is so awkward. That is a really silly thing to do. Unless it should only be across the front, then it doesn't matter. I'm just going to tie mine into there because otherwise I'm just going to be there all day. You would need to thread it through, really, especially if you didn't have very good holes in the first place, like we didn't. You can't complain though for £1, is it £1.50 for 4 or something for these? And these are quite nice. They are nice.
glitter glue to secure my sequins instead of the glitter glue is very nice as well. That is fabulous. Love it. There we go. So yeah, I did enjoy those in the end, but very, you know, do make sure you put this on first. Make sure all your holes are punched through, and make sure you've got all your bits before you start. But that is really cute, and 4 of those with the sewing and the gluing and everything, great project, will keep little ones happy for a long time. So join me in an hour for the next one.